Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel, and well, we had these bags of potato chips, so I just came from the 2018 Schwab Market Outlook talk at Jackie Edwards' place. It's good to know where the economy's going this year. According to Schwab, it should be okay in terms of stocks. People are turning into bonds. Anyway, let's turn into something that's more perishable.
Yeah, like this wine here. I picked up this box of wine I'd never heard of called It's So.
It looks like a Kleenex box.
It does, and it's properly named because it's so bad that nobody wants to drink it.
Yes,
it tastes like it's probably gone bad, is what it is.
Yeah, it's from 2015.
2015. It's been sitting around in probably heated warehouses, and
white wine does not last that long.
So do not buy this at Walgreens or any place else you see it. Check the date.
Pinot Grigio 2015. Years are important, but we're going to do something where years are also important. I went to the cocktail conference in San Antonio 2 weeks ago and got a lot of things. Got little eyepieces. Martine is
swag, huh?
Is made out of it's an aperitif made out of honeysuckle. It was okay, but not great. Lots of little things. We went to a rum tasting.
Yeah.
We tasted these rums, but we also took back some samples, and it was all from Plantation Distillery, which is owned by Pierre Ferrand, which is a champagne maker, a cognac maker. And they're making this on the side. They also make Citadel gin. So we're going to start off with the Plantation 3 stars made in 3 different places. They talk about the terroir the same way they do in France about where things are grown.
Yes.
Cognac, Armagnac, different terroirs. So this is made in Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad.
So if you watch this show at all, you know that food and drink is our favorite topic, and we always say something on this show. Today it's these great rums.
We'll see how great they are.
We'll see.
On ice. Usually you mix rum with stuff, Coke,
But
then it tastes like Coke.
then Coke, you don't want Coke. Coke's poison. This you could pretty much just sip on the rocks, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's a little acerbic, but it's got a very broad palate. It has a lot of flavors. Rum is distilled from sugar. You can pretty much get the sugar, but you also get this sort of the caramel flavor that you get when you burn sugar.
It kind of leaves a slightly bitter finish.
Yeah, but you know, it's good for pina coladas.
But the question is, can you buy these in stores? The large size bottles.
You can buy, well, that one you can, yes.
In Las Cruces?
Well, Las Cruces is another story. But I think there are a lot of rum drinkers in Las Cruces. You could buy Plantation rum. So that was one that came from, and you notice it's light. It's
Very light rum.
It's white. The next one is the very darkest one we have, and that is Plantation rum. It's extra old. It's their 20th anniversary, but it's not 20 years old. It's just extra old, and it's a mix of a bunch of rums.
And dark rum usually, you know, it's molasses, right? It's got more molasses in it.
Yeah, the rum could also be made out of molasses.
Yes. The molasses trade was big in the islands, you know.
And we got a lot of it up here in the colonies. Colonial America lived on rum.
Well, molasses is made from sugar cane. That's more full-bodied.
Oh yeah, that has a
More flavorful.
rummier flavor.
Much more so. But not as
It's
much.
softer, but not as much of a high bite to your palate.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not
we're
as-
deciding.
It's not as full flavored maybe as like a Myers rum is.
No, Myers is special. This third one is Plantation rum. This is from only Barbados, so it's a single terroir, and it's 5 years old. And it's going to be mixed with the other 2 rums we had, so we'll see how that is.
It's good to get these small little bottles so that that's a good way to see if you like the thing without having to risk getting an expensive bottle.
If you see things that come weird, and get them in bottles like that.
This is not bad either. This you could just sip all day on the rocks. They're really good.
This is a slight comfort. Oh, it does have a nagging aftertaste, doesn't it?
They can nag me all day.
It can nag you all day. So I would say the...
It's got a kind of an alcohol finish.
Yeah, I'd say the
Very
Plantation 5-year-old was the best. We also have Curacao, which should be orange flavored.
Or as a bartender
Try Curacao.
once said to me, we don't have any Curaçao.
Curacao. What it's popular in is blue Curacao, which
Yes.
gives you
That's what you see in bars.
it gives you Windex, a drink called Windex.
Yes, it looks like Windex.
Well, blew it.
Ooh, yep.
Wow,
It's very sweet.
that's pretty good.
This would be a good mixer.
Yeah, this is what you would use instead of blue Curacao.
Yes,
or you
exactly.
use it instead of Courvoisier. And
Again, you can sip this on the rocks. It'd be just fine. Even with a splash of soda.
soda or orange juice even. You could do this as orange juice. That'd be great because it would
Yes, it
sweeten
would.
up the
It really
orange
would.
juice
Yes.
and would make it festive. I like that.
Oh,
This
even-
flavor is the most balanced flavor, and you don't get any acidy or
You could put
alcohol
cranberry juice
aftertaste.
too, I bet.
You could
I mean, anything's worth trying.
put it in pineapple juice.
Yeah.
All of these go good with pineapple and coconut juice, so they'd make great pina coladas.
You know, and this reminds me of, the club store.
Oh man,
It's one of our sponsors, and
yes,
we love the club store.
they
We're
have
on
juices.
Tell Shore, North Tell Shore there. Right now they're having a manager special, and it's going on until the 31st of this month. And
What is that doing? They always have these. They have low prices, and then they come out with discounts, don't they?
yes, and they get overbuys and so forth from major stores like Sears and Target and Sam's Club, etc. And they pass the savings on to you.
What they just get from Sears that he just told us about?
Rings, jewelry.
Oh, jewelry. They have
yeah.
like $21,000 rings down to $3,000. It's getting to be wedding season. If you want to propose to somebody, get married by June, now's the time to do it.
Get a Valentine's Day piece of jewelry
If
over there?
your fiance gets a $21,000 ring, she might think you're serious about her.
And she can take it and have it appraised because it'll show that
Right.
it is worth that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're located just right near Outback Steakhouse
Yep.
up there on North Tell Shore.
Where the old Planet, what was it?
Planet Fitness?
No, not
Oh.
Planet. Yeah, there wasn't Planet Fitness. It's on the way to Planet Fitness.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
where the old Primetime Fitness
Primetime
was.
Fitness, yeah.
And we were there. We go in. We look around. There's good stuff. We buy things.
Oh, they've got
Look
everything.
at the deals.
It's like a department store in there, really. They've got something of everything.
And now that it's summer, you need new curtains. It's almost summer. You got to get ready for spring, because
Sure, why
in
not?
January it's
Engagement
something
rings,
like that.
people like to get married in June. Now's the time to get those engagement rings.
You have to plan. Guys, if you're sitting there on the couch thinking, oh, what am I going to do with that girl? You got to think ahead and say, get her an engagement ring. And I mean,
If you like it, put a ring on it,
$21,000 down to $3,000. That's at 25% off, but they have some really spectacular deals.
Yeah.
And their rings come from Sears, so it's a respectable store.
Yeah, so stop in to the club store. Tell them you saw it right here on Double Talk. Now,
Yes.
we have some news to report that one of only 4 freestanding bars in town has closed. Boots
Pretty
and
much
Bourbon,
one of the only big nightclubs. This is the
really-
biggest nightclub in town.
and they closed because they were having financial problems, and it was just.
It was a great story, and it ran
anyway,
by us.
There was a lot of reasons why apparently they went under, but supposedly they're
exci-
going to be under new management and will be opening soon.
Possibly under a different name. But the guy who owned it was arrested for
Brandishing a weapon.
brandishing a large rifle at 2 women who he was fighting with. And
At a
they were
different
at
bar.
game 2. And first of all, for a guy to get that mad, he must have known he was in trouble because he was back. He wasn't paying his rent. He didn't pay his insurance, and he lost his alcohol license, which I would think would be the 3 strikes and you're out. Plus, you aim a gun at somebody.
That'd put anybody under stress.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it?
you can't blame him. But I'm glad I went there for New Year's Eve to finally see the location, and it's a great location. It's really big.
The only other nightclub in town left is Whiskey Dick's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is a 1-room thing. This is a 3-space
3 different bars.
unit thing,
Yeah.
and you could go to different types of music because they're all spread out. And
you can't
it's kind
now.
of fun.
So
We'll see what happens in its next gestation.
another thing that's no longer happening
What?
is
What?
there was that mystery show going on at the Boba Cafe, an audience participation mystery show that
Who is going to be in it?
they got canceled.
Yes.
And due to artistic difficulties amongst the owner and the director
Teddy?
and so forth.
Oh, who is the director?
I don't know who the director was. But anyway, the show was canceled. So if you had tickets, don't go. If you want to make reservations, forget about it. It's not on anymore.
It's a mystery.
It is.
But it's not.
But
to
one
be
place
watched.
that is open that you don't have to worry about is Jake's Cafe on Loman, just east of Solano.
Yes.
And he's got pizza now. And his new pizza, Thursdays, get in there, you buy one, you get the second one at half price. That's a pretty good deal. Those pizzas look pretty good.
They look different. I guess that's his. You know, we usually show the picture of these hamburgers with the knife through it.
Yes. We'll see that when we run his commercial.
Oh, yes, we'll do that. But pizzas are always good. It's always good to see a new pizza in town.
Yeah, well, you know, that used to be an Italian restaurant. It's Casa Luna. They sold pizzas there
That's
for years.
true. It used to be Casa
So there must be a
Luna.
pizza,
Hey.
a pizza oven in there.
There must be.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Little rolls for your sandwiches? Let's see.
So now, you know, New Mexico, once again, is ranked one of the worst in the nation, this time for quality of life for children in New Mexico. We're second worst in the entire country for the quality of life for children. 29% of all children in New Mexico live in poverty.
Kind of wonder how we rank with the other nations of the world.
Well,
Probably pretty nicely tucked in there.
well, New Mexico is like a third world country, and here's the proof. So, you know,
Right.
one thing
Kids wearing jackets.
One thing that may help is it would increase early education funding.
Well, they keep saying they're going to do that, but they never do
don't.
that.
No.
What's going to happen? Tell me what's going to happen. What are you going to do about it?
Get a new governor who might do something about it.
Oh, that would be good. Well, I see that there is a school board election coming up.
School bond.
School bond.
Yeah,
Oh,
school
yeah.
bond.
There's nobody up for a school board election.
And,
This is the smallest election you'll ever see in New Mexico, probably. The only issue is whether or not to approve a school bond.
They want $50 million to fund a variety of school improvements, mostly structural.
And most of the schools are old, and they need physical things to be fixed.
They need add-ons. They want
The
new
other
security.
thing is, this is another one of those bonds that if you vote yes, you will get the things done, and your taxes will not rise because other bonds are being folded. So
Right.
new bonds are coming up to keep fixing the schools so that they can
Do what the job
early
is supposed to do,
education and
educate kids.
make kids.
Now, and
Get
early
better marks.
early voting is on right now. So go and vote
till
during the week.
February. So go over to the county commission.
Now, if you want to find out about these bonds, what they're going to cover,
Look
they're-
at Mark's newspaper.
Well, look.
Here, this is it. What do you got?
There's a forum.
Oh, a forum.
There's a voting forum on January 31st at the school, at the public schools office. January 31st from 5:30 to 6:30. You can go down there, ask any questions you have. They will run you through what this school bond election is meant to fund. If
You
it
wrote this
passes.
down. What is that? Longhand? You went to school and learned longhand?
I did.
Really? You didn't learn digital hand.
So early voting's on right now, but I would wait and get some more information before you just go down and vote no or yes.
Or don't vote no, vote yes. Because, first of all, you'd get nowhere if you vote no. The early education, all the education things in Las Cruces stay as low as they are, and we have to
This is
raise
all-
those
Yes, but this is all funded by
taxes. State
taxes.
Real
Homeowners
estate taxes.
Real estate tax.
So your real estate taxes will not go up if you vote yes on this bond. So vote yes.
Because the previous bond is being...
And don't worry, they probably
declared.
won't go down if you vote no. So one way or the other,
Taxes
you might as
never
well
go
get
down.
the school bond. So we're going to take a break right now, I believe, and we will come back with more information. We have some really good stuff towards the end, so stick with us, and we'll see you in a bit. What are we going to drink here?
Attention Las Cruces, we have to make room for the huge semi-truck full of merchandise. The Las Cruces Club Store's low wholesale prices have been slashed 10 to 25% off store-wide. You'll find brand names, fashion, housewares, linens, groceries, bikes, top quality furniture, and more. Don't wait. With enormous savings of up to 95% off the big store prices, you can't lose. Come early for best selection.
New Age Maids, a professional home cleaning service. Your satisfaction is our priority. Let us do the work so you can relax. Call us at 655-0009.
Call Mark Goldstein, the Safe Money Guy, at 575-556-2472 to learn about innovative strategies now available to help you grow, protect, and preserve your money and financial future, regardless of market conditions.
And we are back. This is Double Talk right here on the Las Cruces channel.
And I'm Michael, and I wasn't here for the last 2 weeks. So I see we have New Age Maids. That was very peaceful. It reminded me of my yoga class.
They're one of our new sponsors, and we'll be talking more about them in just a minute.
And that pancake breakfast, if you rush out after the show, you can make it.
If you get, it's over at 12 o'clock, so better
Solano
hurry.
near Madrid.
Now, have you ever been to White Sands National Monument?
Pray tell, where is it?
You don't know?
No, where? Oh, yes, is it over the mountain? I've
Over the
never
mountain.
been there.
It's
That's
between
like,
White Sands Missile Range and Alamogordo.
wow,
It's,
glory be.
Everybody here knows it's one of the greatest natural phenomenons
When
in the world.
people come here and they say what's to do in Las Cruces, people always say, oh, go to White Sands.
We
That's
always
the
take
first
somebody to White Sands
Yeah.
National Monument.
It is cool.
Now, there's work afoot to turn it into a national park. It's been a monument ever since it opened 60, 70 years ago, however long.
Well, what's that going to change? Naming it park rather than monument.
Well, I think a national park has more prestige
Oh, fancier?
than a monument.
I don't know. It's the idea of monument seems greater to me, but who knows what the national government
Well, I think
thinks.
the Park Service is better funded than the Monument Service.
Oh, then that's good.
I don't know, but that's a possibility. I don't know if I want it to be a national park. I'm happy with it as a national monument.
Is it going to be your vote, or is it going to be up to...
Should be up to me.
Zinke.
Well, it'll probably be up to Zink. Well,
Yeah.
the Department of Interior, and he's the head of the Department of Interior.
Yes.
So
By
if-
the way, we're now drinking these things mixed. We're rum with the
Yeah, we
Curacao.
mixed these two.
And it's pretty good. So here's to whatever national park or monument White Sands becomes. Just hope it's for the better. What
Yeah.
else is going on?
Now,
Oh,
right here, we live in Congressional District 2.
do we?
New Mexico has 3 congressional districts. We are number 2.
Oh,
And, the election is coming up this year.
Yes, it
And
is.
we have 2 new candidates for that office running. The
And
two
who do you have as two new? I mean,
the two new
it depends
cabinets
on where you're starting.
are
Sochi.
Claiborne Griffin's Republican,
Yeah.
runs the job. And
Sochi Taurus.
Xochitl Torres Small, also, she's a Democrat.
Yes.
She wants to run for it. David Bach, the Democrat, has dropped out because pressure was put on him from Sochi's camp. Because Sochi is now backed by Senator
Everybody.
Udall.
Well, I just want to say something about Sochi is she was one of my students when I taught acting.
Oh, at the university?
No, at ACT. She's a wonderful kid. She got her law degree. She worked her way through federal courts, and now she's working in private service.
Well, we know her husband.
Her husband's
He's a
Nathan
state
Small,
senator.
and he's a good guy. So guess who I'm for?
Well, since David
Yes.
Bach, I was supporting David Bach. He dropped out. So
Well,
And
Well.
they all want the job that Steve Pierce has now. And Steve Pierce has just voted to abandon the Dreamers. Tear the families apart, he doesn't care.
Well, Sochi's, maiden name is Torres. So what do you think? I think she's for the Dreamers.
Well, I'm sure she is, yes.
Yes.
Well,
Well, she's
as
a
all the Democratic candidates say they are.
Yes.
Yes.
What's next?
Well,
Oh, that's what was next.
New Age maids. We saw that commercial a minute ago.
What about them?
And we always like to. They're new to us on the station, and we like to say good things about our new sponsors. And Valentine's Day is coming up. That'd be a great present, wouldn't it? They'll come in and
would be.
clean your house,
So
clean
give
your
them a call.
apartment. They'll clean your office.
They're at newagemaids.com
NewAgeMaids.com.
or 655-0009,
9.
which is actually something you could remember.
Right.
655. Nobody has 655.
And they have a 100%
9.
guarantee. If you don't like the job they did, they'll come in and do it until you like it, or they'll refund your money. So 100% guarantee,
And isn't that better than your wife does?
probably. Yeah.
Right.
Better than I do, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And
Starts at $60.
Starting at $60 to clean your apartment, your house, what have you.
So take a look.
Give them a call and clean up.
And it matches Mark's shirt, the blue.
Now, New Mexico doesn't get its share of tornadoes the way Tornado Alley does.
No, we don't.
We get lots of whirlwinds. But today, we've gone 252 days without a tornado death in the United States, and that's a record. That is a record. It beats the record set of 220 days with no deaths. That was set in 2012.
I don't think it's tornado season, so we should be good to go.
Tornado season's coming up.
Is it coming up?
Yeah, spring.
What is? Oh, spring, but we have a couple more
coming right
months.
up. It's coming right up.
So we're good. So keep that record good and stay away from tornadoes.
Now,
What else? Oh, that's exciting.
Miss
Here's
New
a
Mexico.
whirlwind that comes into town.
That's right.
It's a whirlwind of young girls.
they're going to come breezing in. The Miss New Mexico USA pageant and the Miss Teen New Mexico USA pageant are going to be held in Las Cruces this weekend. And
Yes.
Yes, they are. They're going to be held out at Oñate High School in the theater.
And you could buy tickets to it.
You can go
and
to-
you
yep.
could go vote.
Vote.
There's always a Miss
There's
Las
judges.
Cruces and Miss all
Yes.
sorts of things.
So Miss New Mexico USA,
I'm sure it's going to be packed.
women from all over the state who have done their preliminary pageants have made it that far, and now this is it. This is it. This is when Miss New
These are the ones
Mexico,
that go to the
the winner here
national,
goes to the pageant that Donald Trump used to own.
but no longer does.
No longer owns it.
And
Yes.
makes it a lot cleaner, I guess. And also, this is Black History Month.
Yes. Well, the pageant. By the way, the pageant is
and
January
tomorrow.
27th and 28th, out at Oñate High School. So if you're into that thing and all that pulchritude,
Pulchritude. It's not nice to talk about women like that.
no, it's pulchritudinous. It's good.
Pulchritudinous?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, now, yeah, you're right. Next month is Black History Month,
Yes, next month.
and there's a lot of events going on at NMSU, as there always is during this month.
Yes, well, the Black History Month, which is,
Yeah, and there'll
In
be
the middle of this week.
There'll be a few events around Las Cruces as well because they've got all the month.
they have a breakfast going on. They do a bunch of things.
Lots of informational activities,
What's that?
cultural activities,
Oh, what's this next thing you have written here?
and just to mention that
That's we're not ready for Jeff.
as it turns out, Donald Trump has a 3% approval rating among blacks, which I'm sure they'll be talking about next month.
That's kind of amazing.
3% approval rating.
Yes,
That's the lowest ever, I think.
probably. I mean,
Right. Well, his
who
father
are
was. Trump's father was in the KKK, so what do you expect?
Yes, well, and he also kept people out of his building that were black.
Yes.
His buildings. So that might do it. But nobody cares about that, right? But
Now-
we have to congratulate Jeff Steinborn. We
Who?
like Jeff.
Jeff Steinborn. He congratulations to him because he won the Conservation Voters of New Mexico gave him the Luminaria Award for his efforts in conservation,
Yes.
solar,
And
clean energy.
I believe he's been on this show. Did you have him to interview on this show?
I tell you, I've been trying to get him on this show for a long time. He's always busy. Every time you talk to him, he's
keeps-
busy.
He gives us the red hair. I mean, the red light.
And he'll be on one of these days.
Yeah, we'll get him
I
here.
have no doubt. As soon as the session's over with.
Yes, and speaking about theatrical people,
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Jeff is a great guy.
We've got we have two plays running in Las Cruces right now. This weekend,
Photograph 51.
Photograph 51 opens up at the Black Box Theater.
Yes, and Seal Herman directed it.
That sounds like a very interesting play.
Some of the top actors and actresses are in that, and that should be really good because Seal usually puts on a good show. Then the Las Cruces Community Theater opened last week with Lend Me a Tenor.
It's a great comedy.
It's
a
really,
farcical door
it's really
slammer.
done well. I got to admit, I saw it last week. It's a riot.
My old buddy Mike Wise directed that.
Oh, and Mike Wise did a great job.
I've done two plays with
good
him.
actors in it. They all do a good job. At the end, I won't even tell you what the surprise is.
Just
at the
stay
end.
till the end.
Yes, just.
You have
but,
to.
But the entire show is wacky and wonderful.
So
and
yeah, it's a
funny.
great night out of theater for
Yes,
that one.
so that's always
And
good.
also, just to mention, coming up in March, the Las Cruces International Film Festival is coming up.
That's right.
And last night we went to the film
The
poster
opening-
party,
Well, you did.
Well,
I couldn't make it.
where they brought out the new poster. The artist was there to sign
That's
copies
not
of
the
it.
new poster.
And check out the Facebook. You can't watch the live version because it was live last night.
Yes, we were there. We were there last year,
Yes.
and it was a really fun party at Glen Cutter's.
Glen Cutter Jewelers. And
And,
so you can even get your tickets now for the film festival. Certain Sybil Shepherd will be at the festival.
It's going to be a big. They keep getting bigger. You know, they get bigger names. And
Pam
they get
Grier's
better
going to be
movies.
there. They're going to be showing a film with
So it's
both those
pretty good.
women in it. The fellow from Breaking Bad is going to be in it. And Ralph Bakshi, the famed animator, is going to
Yeah.
be there. So that'll be great. I always love film festivals. They showed my movie at that film festival.
Well, you have to make another one, Mark, so you can get in the next film festival.
That was one of the 7 film festivals my film was an official selection.
Well, visual selection. No wonder we get so many hits on Facebook and YouTube. I mean, they just keep hitting you. They go,
Yeah.
what's this movie called? Low Riders, people say. I go, I don't know, some gringo did it.
That's right.
But it takes a gringo to understand what to do.
It gives you a different
So
perspective
it
of
works.
things. I love those lowrider cars. They're works of art. They really are.
And your movie was good, and I'm really a nasty guy. I wouldn't say that.
So-
Look, we're doing the club store. We're also plugging New Age Maids, which sounds pretty good. You can get your chakras changed at the same time you get your sheets changed.
Yeah, and go have
So
a piece
it's
of Jake's
therapeutic.
Cafe. So I guess we're about out of time now, aren't we?
I don't know. I'm pretty much out of my drink. So here's to Plantation rum, which is interesting and nuanced.
Look for it in finer stores everywhere.
Yes. And here's to the
And we're not paid to say that. I'm
San
just saying.
Antonio Cocktail Conference. And Schwab.
You're not paid to say that either.
I'm not paid. Although they're doing pretty good, but it's not them, it's the market. The market did pretty well.